What's going on, everyone? It's Dak Down Away, aka the Dig Dug himself, and I'm just here real quick to give you guys a bit of Lost Reavers gameplay. Now this one's a little bit special. This is me and my squadron homies actually beating the boss at the research facility. I think Mutant Alpha or Beta, you'll see on the screen. Regardless, it doesn't really matter what his name is. We know it as the plant thing. Okay, Mutant Alpha. Anyway, it's kind of easy to actually fight him, even more so than the Mutant Beta on the Ancient Ruins. Once I actually get the, once I get a good game plan down for that on how to beat it, I will give you guys a video accommodating as such. But for right now, let me kind of break down this guy here. Okay, so here's a couple of tips and tricks, things you're going to need to do to actually fight this guy. Tip number one, get real comfortable with your dodge roll because it's going to help you out in the long run. Your dodge roll is, for those of you who played Monster Hunter, because this is a Monster Hunter channel, your dodge roll is essentially Evasion 3, essentially, or like Evasion 2.5. It's like Evasion 2.5, maybe even 3. It's actually really good. Most characters have a very good dodge roll where you can act immediately afterwards, whereas Dwayne, the character I'm using right now, his dodge roll is a little not too good. I mean, the distance isn't very good, the recovery isn't very good, but the invincibility is all the same. So just get comfortable with that. You're going to want to dodge roll whenever he winds up an attack and you think is going to come your way. Rule number two, if you can see, tip number two, what you're seeing right now is actually me and my teammates going to work. What we're doing immediately is actually shooting the canisters on his back. Now, if you shoot the canisters on his back, the monster will become stunned and it will reveal a weak point in the center of his chest. I had the actual misfortune of actually assuming that it was his face, but it's actually not his face. It's right below his face because he's like a flower. It's directly in the center of his chest. Aim there once he's stunned. You can hit a critical hit on him with literally any of your weapons. So if you have a rocket launcher, you can aim the rocket launcher in the center of his chest and it'll do, like critical damage, so to speak. Another thing you want to take note in is the characters that the melee focused characters, like I don't know all their names. I think the guy's name is Shadow something, the other lady's name is Shauna or something like that. Anyway, they have the ability to stagger the monster. You have to be careful though, because when you stun him by destroying one of the canisters on his back, and if you accidentally stagger that monster with your melee attacks, the stun from the monster's canister being broken is gone, and it's as if it was never broken. Like, he'll act as if like everything's fine and dandy. So got to be careful about that. You have, I think, 3 canisters to break on his back. That gives you 3 options to actually go for some nice critical damage. So use them relatively sparingly if you want. You can just go for him directly and then hope that the collateral damage of just shooting him can help you boost the damage output on him, so that way he gets killed quicker. We just kind of went with that. Just shoot him, and then if you can hit the canisters, primary focus is the canisters, so that way you can get the stun. But just shoot him just to be shooting him. All right, see right here. See, I think I'm aiming at his face, which is wrong. See, that's wrong. It's right below that, his chest, where you're supposed to be aiming at. Aim for his chest, and you're totally nice. But I do believe that there's a canister in his face. If you hit that, I don't know, the odds of you actually getting that canister broken is like very slim, because I've only noticed it when he's been stunned. But that's just a theory. That's just a theory. Anyway, so tips: get real friendly with your dodge roll and aim for the canisters to shoot for his weak point once you actually break the canisters. Pretty much follow that rule of logic and you're pretty safe. You're going to bring lots of healing items for everyone. You're going to bring lots of ammo for everyone as well. And if you have energy elixirs, go ahead and use those in the beginning of your quest, because the energy elixir actually increases your overall HP, your ability to do the task like move objects and whatnot faster. Also, it increases your damage a little bit as well. Not exceptionally, but maybe like 5 or 6 more points of damage. But truth be told, when fighting a boss, that adds up when you're firing hundreds of rounds. So think about that. Also, if you want to, you bring power boosters as well to increase your damage even further. Now about this dodge roll, what I was talking about. Now this monster has a couple of attacks in which you can actually dodge directly through them, almost as if it was Monster Hunter. So you've seen him do it twice before. He jumps in the air and he slams down. Now if you roll at the exact moment in which the slam, right before it actually makes contact with the ground, you won't be knocked over, you won't be stunned, nothing. It'll be like as if nothing happened to you. So try to really get the timing down. It's not too fierce, but you're really gonna want to get it down so that way you aren't interrupted with any of the shenanigans that he actually has henceforward. See, there's the right there. See, I rolled and I didn't take any damage, but other characters who didn't roll, they took some damage. There's another attack that he's gonna do, but in this particular video, he doesn't do it a lot. He is what we like to call the solar beam. I mean, in Pokemon, you know, you charge for a round, then you unleash your solar beam. He'll do the same thing because he's a plant. He'll like use photosynthesis to accrue sunlight energy, and then he'll concentrate into a beam and like try to aim it at you and then like spin with it. He'll do it once with kind of like I'll point out what happens, and again I'll tell you what to do. You can just dodge roll directly straight through it as well. I recommend dodging into it as opposed to away from it, because if you dodge away from it, you might dodge too fast and the beam might not catch up with you, and then you'll get hit with the beam when you recover. So try to dodge into it, so that way you have you know, a better chance of actually going through the beam. But truth be told, other than that, like if you keep a cool head, get some nice accuracy, get some good teammates going, you can actually get this done. I mean, it's really hard to do at randoms because everyone has a purpose on the squad, and when you're doing randoms, everyone's just kind of out there for themselves. Like what we chose to do in this particular situation is we actually respect our characters. My character, I had him respect to where I put as much stuff I could in my assault rifle as possible, which is pretty much what he was already, but I respect a couple other little things that he had and made it to where I could actually revive people very quickly. It's imperative to actually pick your fallen teammates off the ground, because the revive function already takes about like 10 seconds, it feels. So if you could max it out, it actually reduces it to maybe somewhere around 2 to 3 seconds, which is actually exceptional. 2 characters on the team was pretty much spec to the same exact specification, so that way if anyone goes down, we can just pick them up. Both the Dwaynes, myself and the other Dwayne, we respect to the same way. That's the solar beam right there. He only does it once in this playthrough, sadly, but gotta watch out for it. He'll do it for a short burst, which he did there, or do it for a really long time where he'll go in like a full 360 to get it. Alright, this right here is, okay, it gets really dumb. I was dumb. I decided to do this, and it's not smart. It's gonna be really stupid right here, trust me. I think this is the one where it's like, I get stunned like 10 times in a row or something. Okay, it's not. But, no, I think it's right here. Yeah. Anyway, the 2 Dwaynes that were spec'd out so that way they can revive people extremely quick, because the other 2 characters were melee focused characters, and we just let them do their thug dizzle by, you know, just doing the melee damage that they do for other purposes, like staggering purposes, and just to have actual good DPS, while Dwayne sat back, used the assault rifle to do as much damage as possible from a distance, which is actually quite beneficial. We also told the other characters who didn't have the revive function maxed out, or even used at all, to try not to actually pick up any other characters, because your revive takes a lot longer than ours, and you might get hit with, you know, any random attack. So if you want to have it spec'd out like that, like we did, you can totally do so. Or if you can have it spec'd out to your own team specification, go ahead and try that. But I honestly think that this team, you know, cohesion, 2 Dwaynes and 2 melee focused characters, probably the best, in my total honest opinion. Alright, but anyway guys, as the fight draws to a close, just try to like summon as much strength and energy as you can, and just do your best. Like, do your absolute best with your damage output. See, see all those crits? That wasn't me, that was the other Dwayne, because he was aiming for the chest. I was aiming at the face for some reason. But do your best, keep a cool head, bring plenty of restoratives in terms of ammo and actual health and boosters. Talk to your teammates, okay? If you can get a Skype call going or a Discord voice server going, do that, because it's going to be very imperative to, like, for callouts, things like that. But anyway guys, as you can see, we defeated the enemy here, not too much trouble. It's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dub himself. If you guys found any of this information helpful, let me know. Oh, I totally forgot, once you defeat him, you get rewards. Rewards can range from weapon cases to actually 2 relics, like 2 relics. We once beat him and actually had 2 relics spawn right in here. But anyway guys, that's all I got for you. It's been your boy. Take care. If anything helps you out, let me know.